You know what the real Rosetta Stone is? Why it's so significant?
You're not talking about the computer program?
If you mention the computer program, it's clear by my body language, I am not referring to the computer program. Welcome back to another episode of I Never Liked You with Matteo, and Nick Smith, and today we're talking about Greek mythology. I just want everyone to know that I've been fighting this topic for weeks. I don't know anything about Greek mythology. I don't see why this is an interesting episode. Nick keeps pushing it. So, Nick, I trust you.
On
this
one
is
of
your
my
instincts.
YouTube lives, I started
the
talking about Greek mythology, and it came to their attention that I didn't know a lot about it.
What didn't you know?
Before I ask the question, I'm prefacing it. I know that this is going to light the comments up. I know you're all going to scream at me. I know Lizzo's going to sound off. It's going to be dumb, but hear me out. Is Hercules based on a real person?
No. It's a mythical character.
I think it is, though. Chris.
Hercules.
Now, I know that he's half god and that's not real. But I thought that it was based on a real person, like a story of a real person.
No, it's
who
like,
was like really strong and like saved the day.
No, he's not based on a real person.
He's not based.
He is?
No, he's not at all, Nick. That I knew.
I don't know.
The son of Zeus.
Well, Zeus is based on God, right?
No, they don't believe in God the same way you think about Christian God. Zeus is like one of many gods,
right?
Who's like the top of Mount Olympus, who's
with
like the head
lightning
god.
Bolts.
Sure, you're thinking of Disney's. Your only connection is bless my soul, Herc was on a roll. And to be fair, that's really mine. I do know certain things.
It's not based on a real person.
No, Nick.
Well, the Bible is allegedly based on real people.
Well, that's also a lot of hearsay.
Hercules was.
Why? But the Bible and Hercules are different. Like, Greek mythology is not the same.
Wow. I really thought that I knew the God part, but I just thought that it was like they like elaborated.
No.
And it was just like through time, the story got more elaborate.
What's the real story of Hercules? Because I'm only thinking of Disney's Hercules.
That is the story.
No, that's not the real story of Hercules.
It is.
No, it's not.
He was half mortal, half god.
But not with the
and
Hades.
And then he fought all of these people.
But
and then he became a god.
Because I don't think Hades is a bad guy in real Greek mythology.
Isn't he the devil?
No, it's not. Stop thinking Christianity. He's like the gatekeeper of the underworld.
But isn't it what it's based on?
No.
The underworld is the
devil. There was no Christianity or anything before Greek mythology.
Was Meg Mary Magdalene?
Oh my God. Nick.
Maybe.
Well, she kind of was in the...
Yeah. Hear me out.
No, but Greek, this was way before any kind of Abrahamic, whatever the word is, Abraham religion.
Do we think Hercules was partaking in anal?
Well, he's Greek.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? So Greek mythology was like its own thing. It was its own
What
religion.
are other Greek gods?
Do you want the backstory of Hercules?
Yes.
Okay.
Hercules was the son of Zeus and a mortal woman named Alchemy.
So that's already different than the Disney one.
Because Zeus cheated again.
Shocker.
Hera, Zeus's wife, hated Hercules from the jump. She tried to kill him as a baby by sending snakes to his crib.
Right.
Baby Hercules strangled the snakes with his bare hands.
Mm-hmm.
Legend status from day one.
Mm-hmm. You don't know any of this.
But this seems like it could be based on a real story.
You think the story that he just said, the story that just came out of his mouth, that a baby fought off two snakes because his dad, who's God, fucked a real woman and his fake mom god, wanted him killed. And that resonated with you to say, there's gotta be some truth in this.
Fucked Mary and got her pregnant.
Yes.
She had Jesus who walked on water.
And that's also fake.
But they said that that's based on a real story.
No, that's not based on a real story. I think it's a lot of stories to symbolism to talk about.
And that's what I'm saying about Hercules. I think that Hercules was a person that they like over some campfires over many years.
Jesus was a real person who was prophet-like.
What?
You think Jesus is fake? He was there. He's here. He was on Earth.
But so was Hercules.
But the stories of the water and wines, that this is probably all added in way later. But that's mythology based on a real person that they have evidence that he was there. Where he lived in, Jerusalem and all this stuff. But then you talk about Greek mythology. These are complete fabricated stories.
Okay,
there was no Hercules.
So Zeus is the big one. Yes. What was her name?
Hemorrhoid. Hermione.
Hermione was
Not
his wife.
Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
Hera was his wife.
The goddess of marriage.
Marriage.
But mostly spent her time getting revenge on Zeus's lovers.
Clearly. Aphrodite is the
Italian.
goddess of love.
Okay.
And that's what Cupid's based on?
What?
What? No, Cupid is one of the gods.
No, I don't. Is Cupid one of the gods of the Greek mythology? I don't think that's right.
No, I don't think so.
I've gotten anything right.
And I know. Well, let me just say this. I know nothing
Who's
about
the one
Greek
with the wings on the
mythology.
sneakers? Achilles?
You were thinking of what's his face from David Letterman's band leader who plays. They drew him.
What is Scooter? What's his name?
Scooter. We have Aphrodite's. We have Zeus and Scooter.
No, what? He's got the wings.
That's not.
Eros is who he
Eros.
thought to
Eros.
be named after.
What was the narcissist one who looked at himself in the
Narcissus.
Okay, so I know that one. I know Hades.
I got that right. Hades is underworld.
But he's not the devil.
Poseidon is the ocean,
Yeah.
which he's still holding out
The
80%
Poseidon
on
adventure.
us.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Is there one for space?
Cosmos.
Cosmos.
I made that up. I don't have no idea.
that sounds like it
if
could
that-
be right.
I think it's like Russian for
I'm
space.
trying to go through the movie.
Well, that's
Phil, played by Danny DeVito.
who was you're such an idiot.
Goat.
You don't even remember the
A
movie
centaur.
that well.
What was he?
He was like a half goat, like a half person, half goat.
All right, I have some here if you want to guess what they were.
Yeah, go ahead.
Athena.
Goddess of marriage.
Goddess of love?
No, that was, Hermione? Herma?
Goddess of wisdom, strategy, and war.
And that's
Okay.
who? Athena.
Strategy of war.
Angelina Jolie. Athena. Okay.
From the Eternals?
In the Eternal.
That movie, by the way, took me, I swear, me and Evan Williams tried watching it. It took us 3 days to get. It was one of the worst movies I think I've ever seen. It was a horrible movie.
Wait, who created these characters?
Oh, God, keep going, Chris.
Apollo.
The Russians. Greek people did. What the fuck's wrong with you? Who created them? Tolkien. Tolkien did. He did Greek mythology and then wrote Lord of the Rings. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
What did you just say?
Aries. What?
Ares?
Yes.
Air. God of air.
Ares?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
God of war.
Ares.
God of war.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
in Wonder Woman. So
This
that's
is-
what I'm.
this is why
But this
Lizzo
is what
hates
I'm
us.
talking about. They're based on things.
No, Nick. Things today in the English language are based off of old Greek words. So there's in the English language.
So
In the English language, there are Greek-rooted words,
right.
Latin-rooted words,
Right.
and Germanic-rooted
Germanic?
words. Germanic, like German.
Yeah, Germanic. Okay.
So there's Greek, like things we say all the time are Greek.
So Greek kids growing up, instead of learning
That's
about
a different Greek. That was a different type of Greek. An ancient Greek doesn't sound like Greek today.
That's like Latin. We don't speak Latin anymore.
right.
But so what
It's
I'm saying is,
Conian Greek or something was the
those
Bible
kids
times.
growing up learned about this stuff instead of God and Jesus.
No one in Greece. They're Greek Orthodox in Greece, Nick. When do you think
Who learned about this? Where did we get it from then? Where did they taught it in schools?
Why don't you try thinking
come on
for a
now.
second? For a second,
I
think.
am.
For a second.
This had to have been taught to someone. Attention renters. If you haven't heard of Built, you're about to thank me. Earn your favorite airline miles and hotel points through Built just by paying your rent on time. Let me explain. There's no cost to join, and just by paying rent, you unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, your next Lyft ride, and more. When you pay through Built, you unlock 2 powerful benefits. First, you earn one of the industry's most valuable points on rent every month. No matter where you live or who your landlord is, your rent now works for you. Second, you gain access to exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. Built's neighborhood benefits are things like extra points on dining out, complimentary post-workout shakes, free mats or towels at your favorite fitness studios, and unique experiences that only Built members can access. And when you're ready to travel, Built points can be converted to your favorite miles and hotel points around the world, meaning your rent can literally take you places. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, what are you waiting for? Start paying through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/I never liked you. That's JOINBILT.com/I never liked you. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/I never liked you to sign up for Built today.
Do you think maybe, I don't know, archaeologists discovered
Zeus?
writings about
But
Greek
that's what
mythology?
I'm saying. So they were just stories?
Do you know what the
or they
Rosetta
were-
Stone is?
Where they teach languages.
That's a program from the late 90s. You don't know what the Rosetta Stone is?
Isn't that where they taught the languages?
To who? What are you? The language part's
Isn't
right.
it a computer thing that you
That's
can learn
wrong.
language?
That's the late 90s computer program
Right.
that taught you language. Do you know what the real Rosetta Stone is? Why it's so significant?
You're not talking about the computer
If
program?
you mention the computer program, it's clear by my body language. I am not referring to the computer program. I'm not talking about Hooked on Phonics. I'm not talking about... What is the real Rosetta Stone and why is it so significant?
If you say Rosetta Stone one more
If
time,
you say
I'm going
computer
to say
program
computer
one
program.
time, what is it?
It's a real stone?
It's in the title. Yes, it's a real stone.
It's a Rosetta Stone.
No,
What
but
type of stone is Rosetta?
No, it's not the kind of stone.
I don't know what you're
What's
saying.
on the stone and why
The
it's
Ten
so...
Commandments? What are you saying? I
God,
didn't know this was a
Nick!
thing.
The Rosetta Stone had, I think, 3 different languages. One was Greek.
What?
What?
I had a kid in college, right?
We couldn't translate for a long time what a lot of ancient Egyptian was saying because we had no translations for it.
So
until
a
we got the
Rosetta Stone had 3 different
because
languages
had
on it?
The translation of the same thing in
Who
different
wrote it?
languages. Joanne Fabrics wrote it. A secretary wrote it on her time off, Nick.
I had a kid in college write a death threat to me in 6 different languages. So that
Well,
could
that's
be
very similar
considered
to
a
the Rosetta Stone.
That's a real thing?
What can you Google the Rosetta
Where do
Stone?
they have it? It's
They
in a
found
museum?
it. Nick, they don't. Where do you? You are testing my patience today. Do you think
I've never heard of this other than the computer
you
program.
think they found it in a museum?
No, I'm saying, is it now in a museum?
I'm sure it's somewhere.
So it was a stone that they found with 3 different languages on it.
Saying
so
the same thing, translated into 3 different
on
languages.
the same stone.
No, Nick.
So
on
they
7
called
different
it
stones.
Rosetta.
They called it the Rosetta Stone. What, Nick or Chris?
And that's where
It
the
was the
computer
key
program
to
came
unlocking Egyptian hieroglyphs after they'd been unreadable for centuries. It was a stone slab discovered in 1799 by French soldiers in Egypt. It had the message written in 3 scripts: Greek, Demotic, everyday Egyptian, and in hieroglyphs.
from? Wow.
Well, I found my clip for the week.
It really makes you...
I hate you so much.
I had no idea that was a real thing.
Yeah, you think
Where
it's
is it now, Chris? I'd like to see this.
British Museum.
Yep.
It is?
Probably. They stole everything.
What kind of stone is it? Marble? Granite? Sulfite?
Rosetta. All right. Why don't...
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know. How do you not know what the Rosetta Stone is?
I truly thought it was a computer
Because that's how we
program.
were able to unlock all the hieroglyphics.
They don't teach that in school.
Anyways, what was your dumb question? How do people know about Greek mythology? It's like, how do people know about Jesus?
No, so that's what I'm saying. Did they teach this to kids growing up?
All right, I'm going to back up. Okay, I want you to really put your thinking cap on.
Yes, I'm ready.
Think about the Rosetta Stone. What is
well,
the...
I just learned about it
what
30
but
seconds
what is
ago.
the Rosetta Stone?
3 different language.
No. What is it? What is it? It's history. We uncovered something,
Okay.
right? Archaeologists
Yes.
uncovered something and read it, correct?
Correct.
So they learned something from something uncovered by dusting and digging away.
Like dinosaur bones.
So why don't you ask me the question again by putting those 2 together and try and put 2 and 2 together to figure out How did we
I don't
learn about
think-
Greek mythology?
I don't think you're understanding my question.
I don't think your question is a good question. I think I understand your question perfectly, and it's a stupid question.
No. I'm going to say it one more time. For
God.
you.
Why don't you get a little more comfortable?
Did they teach Greek mythology to kids growing up? Is that
What time?
I don't know, whenever it was started.
Now, 100 years ago, or 2,000 years
now-
ago, or 5,000 years ago?
Whenever it was. What was that? 1,000 years ago?
You think ancient Greece was 1,000 years
No.
ago?
Ancient Greece was what? 5,000 years ago? Well, no. We're in 2025. And Jesus was born in 0, so...
And what time, what was the empire ruling during Jesus' time?
The Empire Strikes Back. What?
What was the empire ruling?
The Roman.
Okay, and so the Greeks...
Was I right?
Yes. I would hope you would know that.
Okay.
And the Greeks were before the Romans, correct?
Yes.
So,
4,000 years ago.
right, about like 3,000 to 4,000 years ago.
Okay, so 3,000 to 4,000 years ago, were they teaching Greek mythology like they teach Christianity today?
What do you think?
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay, that was my question, and you made it
because
seem...
you didn't say, are they, back then, 3,000 years ago, were they teaching kids about Greek mythology
Right.
in ancient Greece?
Right.
Your question was, did they teach kids about this?
Right.
What
That's the
teach
same
kids
thing.
when, what, where? In what country, what time, what schooling, for a MFA? Like what?
Excuse me for wanting to learn.
Yeah, you have a...
So
You are ridiculous.
So Aristotle...
Onassis.
Oh, no. Who are other Greek philosophers?
Aristotle Onassis.
Aristotle, Onassis.
What do you know about the Odyssey?
I don't know anything about the
The
Odyssey.
boat?
The James Cameron movie?
Oh, no. Aren't they creating a movie right now with Matt Damon?
They are actually, yeah.
It's a boat, right?
It's a story. It's one of the ancient stories.
What is it?
But written by Homer?
Simpson?
Yeah. It's one of the most iconic works of ancient literature. An epic poem written by Homer around 8th century BCE. It's the sequel to the Iliad and tells the story of Odysseus trying to get home after the Trojan War.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. 8th century BCE. So what does that mean? We're in the 21st century. So 8th century would be 7.
7 what?
So 70 something.
1977.
Oh,
It was a good time. Cafe Wa was riding high.
No, just
The
70.
Beatles were starting to...
No, 70 something, right?
So it was about 2,800 years ago.
What? Hold on.
Did you have any other questions about Greek mythology, Nick? Apparently, you didn't know anything. Yeah? What?
Togas are Greek?
Togas? I mean, like the wrap? Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of people wore them.
We should bring those back.
They do. It's called Greek fraternities. Do you know what the word fraternity comes from?
Wait a minute.
And sorority. Do you know where the word for sorority and fraternity come from?
Greek words.
No. I mean, maybe they're Latin.
From boys and girls.
So, like, fratello means brother.
Fraternity is fraternal.
Fratello.
Fratello.
In Italian, meaning brother.
Brother.
Sorella.
Sister.
Meaning sister, sorority. But I don't know if it's based in Greek. Is it Greek
So
or
why
Latin?
are they Greek themed fraternities and sororities?
I don't know.
Did they have groups like that back in the day?
Yeah, they had colleges and kids would sit on campus and they would drink beer.
Yeah, but how
all
do
day.
they decide what letters go together? Like you have like
Alpha, beta, Gamma, Zeta.
No, but that's what I'm
something.
saying. They're like different fraternities and sororities. Who decided we're called Delta Pies?
Who
or
decided
whatever.
what you're wearing is called a shirt? Who decided this is a couch?
It's a blouse.
Who decided that this is a wall?
Those are good questions. Who decided that? Those are good questions.
No, they're not good questions. It's just over time. Nick.
Guess
It's
when
language.
the first frat was? What year?
The very first fraternity?
Yes.
Like the way in which we know fraternities?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm going to guess 1771.
1823.
1776.
Damn!
At the College of William and Mary.
That's
I'm
the
pretty
same
fucking
year
good.
America became a country.
God bless America.
Now that really does make you think.
Nothing you have ever said has made me think. Besides, I need ibuprofen.
Now, come on now.
And I've waited. I'm in pain. I can't even breathe properly. Any other
why-
questions about Greek mythology that you want? Why don't you think about the question before you ask it? You've infuriated me.
Millions.
Millions. People are going to be livid.
They don't teach this. Do they? I think I'm going to go back before this episode ends and say, I still think I read somewhere that Hercules was loosely based on a real person.
On a guy at a bar with biceps?
No. But on a real, like, Jesus was based on a real person.
And where'd you read that?
Yeah, where did you
I
read
don't
that?
know, and I don't remember, but I remember.
I think you're thinking of Jesus.
But Jesus and Hercules aren't the same. But kind of. Except Hercules got the muscle. Jesus just thin.
Oh, he is pretty thin.
I'm thin too. Thank you for watching and listening
That's
to
no point.
another.
We learned nothing today.
I learned a lot. I
can't believe
really
you didn't know
did.
about the Rosetta Stone.
When I say that gagged me.
Really?
I truly had never heard that before in
you
my
never
life.
think about like archaeology. You never think about like people like.
Why would I think a computer
discovering-
program was based
But
on
I'm
a
saying,
real life
why don't-
stone?
But why doesn't your brain go to like people discovered ancient writings and archaeologists? Their entire lives are digging to find like history and put things together in Greek mythology.
I watch documentaries.
On orcas, and you're still trying to find them a
On
sanctuary.
Egypt and all of that. And
What have you learned
archaeologists-
about Egypt? What do you know about ancient Egypt? What? What do you
We
know?
can't get into the episodes.
We have plenty of time. What do you know about ancient Egypt?
the pyramids.
What about
and
them?
The burials
What about the burials?
and what was her name? All I can think is Nosferatu, but I know that's not her
That's
name.
in Transylvania,
No,
and that's
I know,
a
but
fake
what's
story.
her name?
Cleopatra?
No, there is Cleopatra, but who's the famous King Tut's mom is?
Are you thinking of the Prince of Egypt? Are you can only do things through pop culture?
What's the
Many nights.
Akhenaten?
You're thinking of the Prince of Egypt.
No, but then
And Moses isn't a real story.
we've got to end it. I've got a lot of reading before our next episode. Thank you for
You know what we should do next? Biblical stories.
Thank you for watching and listening to another episode of our podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please join our Patreon. We post multiple bonus episodes a month, as well as behind the scenes content and more. Until next time.